Hello, welcome to your new moon tarot readings for September 2016. Thank you for stopping by. New moons are the best time to plant the seeds to co-create your life, and you are going to tend to these seeds, nurture them, water them, help them grow, and they will culminate into full moons 6 months from now, roughly 6 months from now. So my readings are about planting the seeds for this new moon activation point. Keep in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate with you. For personal readings, please check out the description box below for more information. I am offering Name Your Price Star Tarot readings until the end of 2016. Also listed below are timestamps if you would like to skip insights on the new moon transits. I have prayed to God, to angels, to my ancestors, to spirit guides, to deliver clear, loving messages for the highest good of all. So let's get into it. Because this is very Virgo-centric, it's worth mentioning that Mercury is in retrograde and Mercury is in Virgo, and Virgo is very mercurial. Mercury is about information, communication. When Mercury is in retrograde, we can experience delays in email or technology breakdowns or misunderstandings, jumbled up information. What I got from these readings was being overly involved in details. So there's this information overload that a lot of the signs are experiencing. And most of the messages I've been getting are just to simplify this information. So we are going to have to make a lot of edits this new moon cycle to weed out the information that is unnecessary and distracting us from the big picture. But these are the times you have to embrace Mercury in retrograde. Everyone hates Mercury in retrograde because, you know, things are frustrating, calls don't go through, computers break down, and, you know, it's frustrating because we want to just get things done. But I think there's a purpose. I think to embrace Mercury in retrograde is to look at these breakdowns and look at them as happy accidents. So maybe you're communicating with someone via email and things get heated or something, and you you know, write this long reply. Oh, what would be even better is comments, because a lot of people fight in like social media comments. So let's use this as an example. You're having a fight on Facebook about some sort of political thing. And for whatever reason, this big long comment that you had that, you know, brought light to the political system and how this country is run, and you spent, you know, 30 minutes typing this dissertation on your opinion, only to have your server shut down and you weren't able to deliver that message. So this can be really frustrating. This is the effects of Mercury in retrograde. But I think during these times, it helps us, like, that message wasn't meant to go through, so it helps us stop, slow down, and think of better ways to get our message across, to figure out better ways to use technology. So it's just a time to embrace Mercury in retrograde is to embrace the delays as times to perfect systems. And because this is in Virgo, and because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, I think what we can learn from Virgo in this Mercury in retrograde, in this Sun in Virgo, in this Moon in Virgo, is to step back from our like hypercriticism, which is also Virgo, but step back from the situation and reevaluate how we go about things. So don't get frustrated with Mercury in retrograde. I mean, it is frustrating, but one way to curb that frustration is to embrace it for the opportunity to make it better. In my readings, it seems like air signs are going to handle the Mercury in retrograde better than others this month. They're very cerebral signs. They think a lot about abstract thought, and they're very communicative. So that is my Mercury in retrograde. Another planetary influence that has been activated during this new moon is the Pisces-Saturn square. And mutable signs are going to struggle with these energies. I'm sorry. Mercury in retrograde, the air signs are Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And those are the signs that are going to handle Mercury in retrograde the best. But for the Pisces-Saturn square, mutable signs, which are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, they're going to struggle with Pisces and Saturn square the most. And what this square is doing is it's challenging our fact versus fiction. You have cold hard facts, hypercriticism, this is Saturn, overanalyzing, information overload, skepticism, and stubborn, fixated on stubborn data. And that's Saturn. Saturn is the hard lesson planet. And mixed with Mercury in retrograde and this information overload, too detail-oriented type of energy, some of you might be feeling this very strongly. For others, it's the cold hard facts versus delusion, living in a fantasy, over-imagination, detached from reality. So that's going to be on the Pisces end. It's going to be more dreamy. It's going to be more detached from reality, not living, not seeing what's really there, like believable lies. So I think this Pisces-Saturn square is how we can use this, it's going to cause a lot of fights. It's going to cause a lot of fights, in the workplace. It's going to cause a lot of fights in families, in multi-generational situations. And I feel like it's going to be, a lot over what we usually fight about with different generations, which is religion and politics. And if you live in the U.S., since we're in an election cycle, things get more heated and divisive. So this Pisces-Saturn square is going to challenge all of us to piece together what is real and see what areas we need to suspend our disbelief and kind of be more idealistic about, because sometimes when we are too fixated on data, we're not seeing the big picture, like the Mercury in retrograde situation. And I think how we can use it to our advantage is to articulate our manifestations. So this is going to help us weed out unnecessary expectations that Saturn has, but it's also going to get us more realistic with our dreams, like Pisces experiences. So we're going to articulate what we want in life based on this push and pull of facts and fantasy. Another planetary influence, the last one, is the there's Mars in Sagittarius and Saturn in Sagittarius. And during my tarot readings, all of the animal cards, except for Leo, the lion, got the devil. Excuse me. Aries is the ram, Taurus is the bull, Sagittarius is the horse, Capricorn is the goat. Aries, Taurus, Sagittarius, and Capricorn all got the devil. Don't be scared of the devil. It means a lot of different things. But in this, planetary dance for this month, and it meant different things in different readings too, but the energy of the month, if you're dealing with this Mars in Sagittarius, Saturn in Sagittarius, is, think about the devil, like the actual devil, Lucifer. He's a fallen angel who's stuck on earth. So I think the energy we're dealing with is in regards to our animal urges, to, sex and lust, or ego drama and us lashing out. So there might be some temptations. There might be some, temptations to, screw things we shouldn't. Or there might be some temptations to pick fights that will not bring about any resolutions. They're just fights to win. They're just fights to dominate. So I think those mammal signs, Aries, Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and also fire signs, even though the Leo did not have devil, Leo is a fire sign, and I feel like they are still involved in this story. So just be aware of your instincts and try to rise above. Try to be like an angel. I mean, not you don't have to be a saint or anything. Just try to rise above temptations that are going to keep you stuck on earth and not elevating to a higher place. So that is the planetary insights that I got for my tarot readings. For the planetary insights I got before my tarot readings, it is included in the description box below. Also, the decks I used, and plenty of other information. So now on to your tarot readings. Hello, Libra. There are 2 orbits in this reading, and I think because we have the sun, this is the solar eclipse eclipsing something out of your life. So you were going down a path and you kept having the same results. You were hopeful each time. You worked hard and tried to keep the faith, but each time you went down this path, the end result was is this a joke? Is God punking me? So what kept getting in your way, I think, just mishap after mishap, egg on your face every time. And I think what kept getting in your way is taking advice from other people and letting their conventional way of doing things override what you really want out of life and how you go after it. So you were keeping up with the status quo. You were just trying to go with the norm, didn't want to ruffle any feathers, and you wanted to keep everyone happy, safe, because, I'm a Libra too. We want harmony and chill and peace and for everyone to get along. But whatever this is, or whatever this situation is where the same result kept happening. Even if you tried different things, the same result kept happening a lot of times. You went about it where you tried not to ruffle any feathers, but in the process, it always put you in a place where you were left behind. And no matter how hard you tried, no matter what you did, you weren't getting what you wanted, and others were getting what they wanted. So it's kind of like, you're running this race and you let someone cut ahead because You don't want them to be mad at you, and then you end up losing. And then you're sad because you didn't finish the race when you were perfectly capable of finishing this race, because you were too busy trying to appease others and taking their advice. And what may work for someone, this conventional wisdom, what may work for them may not be what works for you. I don't think that whatever this was, I don't think that it was your cup of tea. Whether it was marriage, corporate environment, church, school, it's something that's systematic and that has kind of like bureaucratic things about it. And it might be how everyone else does it, but it's just not for you, and there are other options for you. And you're not even on his radar. The Hierophant is looking away from you. You weren't seen, and you didn't shine. But that part of your life is getting eclipsed out. And you're stepping into something new. Recently, you made an impulse choice within this institution, and you asserted your power. You did something different. You're trying new things. And you have been resurrected to this new path, and it's set into motion a new way of life. So where you're going to be, you're going to be more in control, more resourceful. And my feelings on this is you're going to make money. I feel like this is not necessarily a money read, but the result I feel like is going to be money. So it could be that you left your corporate job and now you're doing self-employment. It could be that you're advancing to a leadership role, and you always wanted this position, and others kept passing you by, and they would never give you the job. And the reason they would never give you the job is because you always followed the pack. So your ideas never got heard. You always got overstepped, overtalked to, or like mansplained or whatever. But because you did something different this time, because you went about it in a different way, now your ideas are going to get heard. Now you're going to have that control and that leadership and motivate people only the way you can. Maybe this institution was marriage, and you were a housewife who let your husband take care of the money because it gave you a headache. But maybe you're someone who likes to spend and buy things on sale, but he's the penny pincher, and now you're going about things in a different way where you're in charge of your money, or maybe you took a job and now you're making money. So you're not going to change your attitude very much, because I feel like you were hopeful in both situations. You have the star in both of these orbits. You're as hopeful about this new frontier as you were about the old one, but you're going to put yourself first this time, and you're not going to care so much about ruffling feathers, and that's going to ruffle a lot of feathers. That's going to cause some conflict with the Five of Swords here. I am a Libra myself, and I would like to say that I have been in a state where I've been very manic and excitable. I'm very excitable right now, and I have lots of ideas, and this Five of Swords is more in my head, I think. It's just this competition of ideas, and they're like rapid firing and kind of hard to keep up with, in a fun way. Libras like to think they're air signs. But I think it's annoying and overwhelming to those around us. I know a couple of people I could name who are probably annoyed with the information overload. That's been a common theme in these readings, is information overload. And we're in a Mercury retrograde, so maybe we're on the high end of it and they're on the low end of it. But even though you're going to be ruffling feathers, annoying people, overwhelming them, I don't think you really care because you're really confident right now, taking a lot of chances, stepping outside your comfort zone, facing challenges, and Libra's just going to look after Libra, and that makes me really happy. So thank you, Libra. I hope you're successful with all of this because I really like this new attitude, this self-confidence, and this drive to go after things that you've always wanted to. So thank you, Libra. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Again, if you would like to schedule a personal reading, I am offering Name Your Price readings, so please follow the instructions in the description box below. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. See you next new moon.